Hey, welcome back to the Drum Rundown. We are here in an undisclosed doom bunker in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm hanging out with one of the first dudes I ever met when I moved here. He was my next door neighbor and a good friend, Dillon Napier.
Howdy,
of Margo
howdy.
Price and the Price Tags. What's going on, dude?
How are you, man? Thanks for having me, dude.
Of course.
Yeah, bro.
It's good to connect with you again, man.
Great to see you again.
I know. Long time since we were shooting hoops in the backyard with no shirts on.
Barbecuing and
yeah, it was
some beers, but yeah.
It was a different time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, now we're doing this.
Yeah, we're doing this. Thanks for sitting down with us and going through all of your stuff. I'm sitting here looking at this beautiful vintage Ludwig, and man, what is going on with this Champagne Sparkle Ludwig?
This is a Champagne Sparkle 67. I think it's the Keystone badge, maybe the club date. So this doesn't actually belong to me. This is kind of in the family. This is Ben Eyestone's drum kit, which is a familiar name if you're from East Nashville. We lost him about 5 years ago to colon cancer. He had like a bad deal with health insurance and whatever, but they have like a whole thing through Music Alliance now, Music Health Alliance, I guess.
Yep.
That's helps out musicians that are underinsured and all that. So anyway, once he passed, this drum kit kind of got tossed around with friends' studios and everything like that. The last 2 years, I've had it touring on the road. It's been great. I know that's what Ben would want.
Yep.
And man, they sing, and a lot of other drummers are envious that I get to tour around with a vintage Ludwig drum kit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ben was a much loved guy, so this is a really cool way to honor his memory, and we will definitely put the link in the description box to the Ben Eyestone Foundation, because I know there's a lot of good information there. And
Yes,
then also Music Cares Health Alliance is doing great work always in Nashville.
Yep.
So thank you for doing that and keeping these drums going.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
So what are the sizes and the construction? What's going on with it?
Yeah, so with this, I think it's probably maple, poplar maple, 13.9, 22.14, 16.16. I've got this random Gretsch, renowned maple 8x7 probably, that I just had on my kit at the house, and gives it kind of a rototom vibe, or just a higher end situation with that. The snare I actually just picked up at Guitar Center like 2 months ago.
Okay, new dude.
Yeah, new dude, Orange County, like the ash maple, I think. Just walked in and hit it, and I was like, dude, I gotta have it. 13 by I don't know.
It's a deep boy.
Yeah, it's a deep boy, so it's probably like an 8. It's probably an 8. So yeah.
Cool.
It's a new dude, but I'm digging it. It's been sounding good in the mix.
Yeah, and you're running Evans G2s. Coded.
Evans G2s all the way around. Love those Evans heads. Yeah, dude, just double ply the Power Center reverse dot here on this bad boy.
And the Snareweight, I just got one of those. I love
those. These are killer, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, they do the trick, and like you can pop it up, and it's got a magnet on it. So if you're really rocking, you can open it up, and then softer song, lay it back down.
And then you can do the foldy thing.
You can do a foldy thing. They're killer in the studio. I know a lot of engineers love that. Like you're going to go half damp.
Yeah.
You can meet them in the middle. Better than moon gels too. I found like with moon gels, where we're doing these like hot summer festivals, these things are melting all over my drum head, and leather never melts.
Yeah, so. It doesn't melt. Yeah, and I'm rocking the little M1. The little dude, because you can get different sizes and stuff. Yeah. And these things are super awesome.
Those are great for toms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, man.
And then cymbals.
So cymbals, I'm a Paiste dude. Dark Energy 15s. I got this big swish here. It's a 22-inch. It's kind of like a dark china, but it's got a nice wash to it. It's not as abrasive as a china. Maybe like a Charlie Watts influence there, I guess, probably. Yeah. Dark Energy ride here that I kind of saw. We were lucky enough to do some dates with Sheryl Crow, and Fred Eltringham was rocking this thing. I was like, dude, I got to get this sound. That's what I've been doing.
Nice.
Formula 602 22.
Very cool.
The little Americana rivet gimmick here.
Okay.
The cool thing about all this is like they're all crashable, all writable. So really, if I was going to do a gig and I could do hi-hats and one cymbal, I could do any of these and I can do a whole show on just one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good bells, crash, ride,
Yep.
the whole shebang-a-bang.
This is our continued through line with almost every episode now, is that rides need to crash and ride and have a really distinct bell that cuts through the mix.
Absolutely.
So it looks like companies are starting to get it together, because there's a lot of options now that are kind of doing all three things, and so that's awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, you never know where you're going to end up on a fill, and I need a crash on here, or I need a crash right there. So, or sometimes I'm over here, I need a ride. It's got it all.
So how did you kind of get to this configuration? Are you kind of putting things in a tone family? Are you just trying to get things to sound good together?
Definitely. I mean, for like the drums on tuning wise, we've got like a ton of guitars. We've got like, acoustic guitars and 2 big electric guys, and then we got 7 keyboards, so a bunch of high-end stuff. So, these guys are on the lower side frequency-wise. They're cutting through in that. With these, frequency-wise, these are sitting in the mix right. This has always been here. I've had this for like 2 years. Just love it over here. This one's got great like stick definition and is cutting through the mix correctly. I just started putting this up like 2 months ago, just for something different, and it's just got a vibe to it. It's like been great.
It's cool. It's got the little thing, so you get a little bit of that China.
You get a little bit of the China. It's not as abrasive. I just love this cymbal. I saw, I guess, Ken Coomer, who used to play with Wilco, I saw him play at a local bar here in Nashville, and he was riding this thing all night long, and I was like, dude, what is that cymbal? The Swish. So I had to grab it.
Awesome.
As soon as I signed with Paiste, that was the first cymbal I got, was a Swish.
Nice. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Hi-hats.
Hi-hats, Dark Energy 15s. These are like, I don't know. I mean, the dark sound, but they definitely cut. They've got good, stick definition again, and they're like in the middle tone-wise, I would say.
Yeah.
They're kind of clunky. Like if you're opening up and really rocking on them, they can definitely, get you, overdrive mode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm loving them.
Cool.
Probably want to go bigger soon. Maybe get some 16s.
Yeah.
Get my
16s go even bigger.
Get my Steve Jordan on.
Dude,
yeah.
Get it. And what are you playing them with stick-wise? We were talking about it earlier when we were setting up.
I've been doing these Promark 5A, the raw Hickory boys.
Okay, raw.
Yeah, they're raw dogs.
Yeah.
And they just feel great to my hands. Like other people hold these and they're like, I feel like I'm going to drop them, but when I grab the other sticks that are more, what would you call it?
Lacquered.
Glossy, lacquered. I feel like I'm going to drop those. So I've got coarse hands that need the raw wood.
Well, luckily Promark has just about every configuration of anything you could ever want. Man. So that's really awesome.
I just got on the 5A. I think we were talking about that. I used to do the 5Bs forever. I was playing those for like 15 or 20 years. Our drum tech was like, dude, you got to try these 5As, and I haven't gone back. And now when I pick up the 5Bs, they feel like tree trunks. Yeah. You know what I mean?
What do you got for kick pedal down there? I see a little Pearl Boy.
Yeah, this is the Pearl Eliminator. Cool look, nice, easy, smooth feel to it. We've got a couple moments in the set where I wouldn't say it's double bass, but it's definitely getting on the verge of that. And so I need a little bit of speed, and this thing just floats. Quiet as hell. If you're in the studio, you're never going to need some WD-40 on this thing. And yeah, it's just fucking smooth.
Nice.
It's a smooth ride, bro.
Awesome. And I know on the outside of the kick, we have a little sub-kick microphone.
Yeah.
So,
what is that, the Solomon? Our sound guy would be happy.
Yeah, and we can invite him in. Yeah. So we can
Evan Donahue, our front of house guy, could tell you more about.
Come on over.
He's got his brain on all of this as well, so I trust his vision with all the microphone choices.
Cool. Thanks for jumping in, Evan.
Yeah,
this is a first. I think we haven't had anybody ever just jump in with us, but wanted to talk about this Solomon Lo-FReQ that got. What are the specs on this thing?
I'm not aware of the specs, but it's a pretty good deal for a solid sub kick, which is basically a reverse wired speaker. You can catch a little bit more of the low frequencies coming off of the resonant head. I think I got mine for like $200, and it comes with me everywhere. I've definitely sold a few. So Solomon Mike's, if you want to maybe send my commission check in the mail.
Yeah. We'll put his email in the description box. You can send it straight to him.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Evan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Anytime.
Thanks, man. Now get out of here. Cool. So I see we got a little bit of a hybrid kit going on. There's a lot of technology over to this left side. What do we got? We see the SPD-SX, familiar friend.
Yep, so not a ton of technology, but yeah, we do have the SPD-SX. We've got basically the click track rolling on that. About like 60-70% of our shows on click. We've got like about 3 songs that have samples that have like a drum machine, maybe a conga thing, and like a steel guitar thing that wraps around. So I'll start that on there. That goes to these foot pedals. The foot pedals I have are a start-stop for the click, so we can be playing. I can turn the click off and keep on jamming. And then the other one is the advance to the next song, so you program your set list in there and you're floating on through. And then I've got this little guy that's like, what is it, radial toggle. So I'm singing background vocals, hit the switch, I'm talking shit to the band and telling them cues or, you know, what song to go into next. Or,
so you're directly into their ears?
Yeah, directly in their ears.
That's
that doesn't
cool.
go through the front of house. That just goes to their ears.
Nice.
So, yeah. So we can make little jokes and whatever
That's
we
cool.
want to do. Yeah.
That's very cool. And you're just talking shit to Margo the whole time?
Not usually, but, you know, we could if we wanted to.
Make the boss mad, right? And I know, so we were going to talk about what it's like to play with Margo.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have this awesome outlaw country woman that you've been backing for quite a long time now.
Yeah, man. I've been with her probably 11 or 12 years. Yeah, it's great, dude, because we really span a wide variety of music. We can get into some rock stuff, a little bit of country, all over the map, you know? So, like, I would say our show covers, like, so much stuff. Like, it gets heavy, it gets light, it goes different directions, some R&B, some funky stuff, some, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of variety there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of variety of stuff happening on stage, too, because I know she hops on this thing, and you guys play together.
Yes, yeah, so we got another drum kit on stage that she'll get behind, and we do some jamming on that. I don't know if that's like our Grateful Dead moment or, you know. So, yeah, we've got like a little kind of hip-hop inspired kit, like breakbeat, little 18-inch kick drum, and then actually a big boy snare that I've had since I was a teenager that is like a Tama PBS something, but I think it's like a nickel over brass, but the only drummer that I know that's ever used that I found is John Stanier from Helmet.
Okay.
So that's like, yeah, dude. So that's like the Helmet snare.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And we just throw that over there for her, just to give her some metal vibes.
Cool.
And, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
And I've seen you guys play live, and it's a super cool moment to have you guys shredding together.
Dude, yeah, the crowd eats it up, and we have a blast with that kind of stuff because it just lets the whole band really just expand and go wherever it wants to go. And you know, it's not programmed to any amount of bars or measures or anything. We just kind of float.
It's real
along.
rock and roll.
It's real rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, authentic.
And speaking of real rock and roll, I know you have a new album out.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
How's that been?
It's been great, man. Yeah, we just got done with a 5-week tour on it. So it's called Strays. It just came out in January. Produced by Jonathan Wilson. We did it out in Topanga Canyon. And if anybody knows Jonathan Wilson, he's just an amazing producer that's got a wide array of sounds that he, you know, has kind of got like a Phil Spector vibe to him almost. And so, yeah, he really brought out some really creative stuff for us to kind of dabble with, and it's been really fun to tour. It's really opened up our whole sound.
Yeah, that's cool. And I know you guys have the Ryman coming up. You're in rehearsals for that. Always a special experience to be at the Ryman.
No doubt about it, man.
Yeah. What is your favorite part of playing the Ryman as a drummer?
I mean, absolutely. Just looking back there and seeing the stained glass windows and just like, it's always surreal no matter how many times you do it. Being, you know, raised in Nashville, that was always the goal, to play there, from playing little, you know, crappy punk clubs. Like, man, I don't know if I'll ever make it, but if I do, that's when I know I've made it.
Right.
And so, yeah, just anytime I'm playing there and I'm looking up and looking around the room, it's like, damn, dude, like, yeah, this is it. So
that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Well, you have a very cool gig and a very cool rig.
Yeah.
So thanks for hanging out with me today. We will see you on the road, man.
Thank you, Jarrad.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, brother.
Of course.
Yeah, man.
We are here with Dillon Napier of Margo Price and the Price Tags. This has been the Drum Rundown. We will see you on the next one.
Thanks, guys.